To Akaza, Tanjiro is the first ever human who lost the fighting spirit. In that brief fight, Akaza couldn't find any intention of malevolence or fighting spirit in Tanjiro's eyes. He could not accept the defeat and tried to put his head back. Kyu quickly responded and threw the broken blade at his head. Akaza's head fell over, but was it really the end of the third, stronger upper moon? The headless body of Akaza used a blood demon art and tried to cut Tanjiro's head off. Tanjiro was blown away by a sidekick, and they realized that the fight was not over. Kyu knew that the body had passed the limit and tried to cleave it with the full form. However, the body regenerated in a blink of an eye. Despite the severe injuries and wounds, he was ready to protect Tanjiro at all costs. Tanjiro tried to continue the fight, but a girl appeared behind him, grabbed his hand, called him Hakuji, and told him that it was enough. Kyu's senses were becoming dull. He lost control over his right hand and left ear. Still, he wouldn't let another friend of him die. Meanwhile, a young girl is telling Akaza to stop. She asked him why he wanted to kill people. Hakuji was born into a poor family. His father was sick as hell, so young Hakuji needed to steal money to treat his father's illness. He often got caught and already had 3 lines tattooed by the magistrate office on both arms for being a pickpocket. Even though they told him that they will cut his hand next time, Hakuji was not even a little bit scared. After hearing about Hakuji being caught, his father hanged himself so that his son would not steal for his sake anymore. He grieved for his father's death. Hakuji was filled with rage and then started a fight. Soon after beating 7 men without a weapon, a man arrived and brought Hakuji to his dojo by force. His name was Keizo, and he ran a martial art dojo that taught Soryu fighting style. He had a sick daughter named Koyuki and asked Hakuji to nurse her. It seems that he can see the gentle soul lying deep beneath the heart of Hakuji. Koyuki was very delicate and her health was getting worse. But Hakuji could be able to take care of her since he already had the experience of nursing his father. One day, Koyuki told Hakuji to go watch the fireworks. Hakuji said he would also like to bring her there too. Koyuki wanted to go, but as the conditions said otherwise, Hakuji could only give her a promise that he would bring her to watch fireworks together when she became well. His master Keizo owns the land and the dojo because he happened to save an old man from bandits. The old man did not have a hair, so he gave everything to Keizo, but the neighboring dojo did not find it pleasant and harassed the Soryu dojo. After 3 years had passed, Keizo asked Hakuji if he would like to be his successor, since his daughter also liked him. A bright future was waiting for Hakuji ahead. At least, it is what it seemed. Both Keizo and Koyuki were poisoned to death by a neighboring dojo. Hakuji's heart was broken into pieces. He could now only imagine about watching fireworks with Koyuki, as he can no longer fulfill the promise. After the tragic event, Hakuji went berserk and killed 67 members of the neighboring dojo with bare hands. The account was so unbelievable that even Muzan himself showed up and turned him into a demon and then recruited him. After becoming a demon, Hakuji lost all his memories and started seeking the strength again by the name of Akaza. Akaza can recall everything now. Tanjiro woke up from passing out and saw Akaza regenerating his head. Then he told him to stop and rush into him. However, he lost the strength in his grip and accidentally dropped the sword. Still, he punched the face of Akaza with his bare fist. But the thing that actually hurt Akaza was his own guilt. He finally realized and found the real one he wanted to kill. He used the same annihilation technique he used against Rengoku. After a huge explosion, Tanjiro thought that Akaza used the technique to kill himself. While Tanjiro was wondering why Akaza did that, he smelled the scent of gratitude from Akaza for a moment. Akaza told his body to stop regenerating as he accepted his defeat. He saw his father and apologized to him. His master did not forsake him either. But Muzan, a single speech of him made Akaza shiver and come back. Then Koyuki appeared and told him to stop. He started crying and his tattoos, represented for sins, disappeared. He begged for her forgiveness. For Koyuki, she was already delighted to see Hakuji back. The body vanished into the air and Hakuji joined the people he cherished. Takuji had returned to his home and the fight is now over. Even after a chaotic clash, Tanjiro cannot stop thinking about going to Lady Tamayo and beating Muzen. But his body couldn't and he's passed out again. So did Gyu. Both of them collapsed from exhaustion after defeating the Aquamarine Akaza.